Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about shoes. I loved doing my last wish list video. This is basically a wish list video, except it's literally all shoes. Like, call me Carrie Bradshaw, I love shoes. I love shoes. For me, since I do have this more simple style, I really like to kind of bump it up with accessories. Like today, I really went for it. And to me, like shoes is like the easiest way to switch up an outfit to make an outfit interesting. I don't own a ton of shoes purely because of space, but if I had the space, I would be so, like, truly unhinged. I also think shoes are kind of a good investment because if you do have a lot of shoes, then you're not wearing them constantly, so they stay better for longer. And I have just been crushing on these summer shoes. It's like all I can think about. It's occupying like such a big part of my brain are these shoes. So I just wanted to like kind of sit and chat and talk about shoes. So let's just start out with sandals. I have a few pairs from Cezanne, and I think they're all sold out in my size, so it's fine. They're a little out of my price point anyway. This first one is the Rosa Low sandal. These are so stunning. I wish these were in my size. There's just like so many elements that are so good about this shoe. For starters, they are real leather, which you know how I feel. There's a lot of elements that I like to this. I have been looking for, I have like a pair of Birkenstocks, but they're kind of just like my running trash out, right? Like running to go grab milk real quick, kind of like I don't like them for style, they're purely function. And then I have a pair of chunky sandals that I got from And Other Stories when I worked there, but they are really uncomfortable and they're too heavy, and I've just realized that I don't like a lug sole like that, like something really chunky. And so I've been looking for these delicate sandals, and for some reason it's so damn hard to find a delicate sandal like this. So what I love about this is I really think this would work for every day. I think this would be comfortable, but there's that little tiny baby heel. It's like maybe an inch, not even. And I just think this is so elevated. I think sometimes a dainty sandal, it can verge on sloppy really quick. I don't know how to elaborate why I feel that way, but that's just how I feel. I just feel like they can look a little too, like 2014. You know what I mean? A little dated, a little like cheapy looking. I love the braided straps. I love how they're woven. They're kind of like pulling forward on the shoe. I love the color. It's a really great tan color. I feel like this just really completes my like Jane Birkin Paris summer dream, you know? I would just look so hot in these. Even though I love them, I wouldn't wear them now. Like I talked about in New York City, I don't really love wearing an open toe shoe. That's what I've been realizing too. I've been wearing those And Other Stories sandals around, and I just don't like having my toes out in the city. My toes, I literally come home and my feet are like dirty, like duh, but like they're like really dirty. And it kind of grosses me out. And also, oh my God, I've been having this problem. We've been having the weirdest stuff happen in this apartment, which I feel like is very par for the course. Our building, I'm pretty sure it's like a pre-war building. Like it's old, it's very like whatever. Where there's glass shards in our apartment everywhere, glass shards. And I don't know how they're getting in. And I literally think it's because I've been wearing sandals. And then when I take my sandal off, there'll be like glass, like on my feet. I am just not in the sandal buying mode right now. I can't be until I move. No sandals for me, but let's talk about a few more sandals because I do love a sandal. This is the Natasha Low sandal. They're kind of like the same vibe as the other one, but these are fully flat. And I think these are so stunning too. I've seen a few people wear these. These come in a ton of different colors. Four colors. Lilac, coral, and gold. I love this tan. I love how delicate these straps are, and I also love how it's like hiding a lot of the toe. Like you see at the toe part at that front, only like a few toes are peeking out. I just think it looks so delicate, so feminine. Again, super Parisian looking. I think these would be a great shoe to wear to a wedding. I am not a heel person, like a big heel person. I'll wear like the 1-inch heel. It's so hard to find shoes that are flat that look good with formal wear. You know what I mean? I just feel like sometimes it just brings it to look a little frumpy, I guess is the only word I can think of. But these sandals still have this kind of like refinery, this kind of elegance to them that I feel like they would really complete the outfit and it wouldn't stick out, especially these purple ones. My only thing with the purple is that the shoes are so expensive that, they're $220. I couldn't really justify spending $220 on like a pop of color. At least for me, I just don't know if I would get as much wear to them as like the brown ones, but these would be stunning with like a little like sundress. Are you kidding me? I think these even a bride could wear these, like with a white dress and these lilac, just like, oh, these are so cute. The next shoe that I have just been really crushing on, and this is a pretty basic sandal, it's the Birkenstock. The Birkenstock Arizona is the 2-strap, and this is the Birkenstock Milano. So it has 2 straps and then it has a back strap. And I just think this is a really fun little added detail. I had a pair of white Birkenstocks and I had them for like 4 years, and it's like all I wore in Hawaii when I lived there. And the problem was they were pleather. I know, Miss #1 hater of pleather owned pleather shoes. I think that purchase ignited my rage for pleather even more. You know, I guess I like at the time assumed that a brand like Birkenstock would have a good vegan leather, and I bought them at a Birkenstock outlet in Garmisch, Germany, so they were cheaper. So I was like, okay, whatever. They cracked apart beyond repair. With the Birkenstock, you really do have them for life if they're real leather, because you can replace the footbed, you can replace the sole, but once that pleather is cracked, there's no reviving it, where real leather, it's just gonna like buff out and get softer. A big shoe trend that I've seen this summer are like these really big, chunky, black sandals with a back strap like that, but that's not really my style. Like I said, I really learned that I do not like a chunky, and so this Birkenstock Milano kind of feels like a way to take hints of that trend, like just a little lick of that trend and incorporate it into something that I enjoy, because I actually really miss my white Birkenstocks. Like I said, I think they just looked good with every summer outfit, and I like this addition of the back strap because I don't really love slides, although Birkenstocks usually aren't an issue for me, but I just think I would really enjoy that back strap for a little added security. And then this pair of sandals just popped up. I hadn't put them on my list, but these are stunning. These are from Birkenstock. They're called the Cans. I think that's how you say that. And you know what? See, looking at the black, I don't really love it. I also don't love that they paired like a goldish hardware with the black. I feel like silver would just look up better, but really love this white one. This one's actually very cute, and what I like about this is that the footbed is like a normal sandal footbed and it's not the cork. So I just think it'd be like wear a little better. These are really cute. I mean, they're pricey. They're $250, but I feel like the craftsmanship that you're getting with this and all of the features, in my opinion, warrant the price. So, ooh, these are very cute. So like I said, I'm really not in the market for sandals, but these are cute. These are even cuter than the Milanos. I just feel like this pair really bumps it up, like that's a fashion choice, you know? The Milanos are kind of that more like everyday easy style, and these Cans are really like, yeah, like she has a Pinterest board for summer 2024. You know, like those are the vibes. So those are all the sandals that I've been just really loving, really enjoying. And the next category is loafers. I only have 1 pair, and they're by Duke and Dexter. They're the Wild Cherry Penny Loafer. You cannot tell me that these aren't the cutest thing to literally ever exist. These are so GD cute. Mon chéri. Oh, like shut up. That is so cute. I love that they've got like that classic like tuxedo penny loafer look, but it's got that kitschiness that I like, right? For me personally, I love these styles that are the classics like a loafer, and then adding that cherry is just so cute. Oh, it's so cute. I want these so bad, but they are very expensive, and that's, you know, that's why I do not have them. $340, it just seems like a bit much for a loafer. I also have like a sneaky suspicion that these will become more popular, like loafers with little motifs, so I would rather just wait for a brand like GH Bass to make this, and their loafers are at a price point of about like $180. $340, it's really steep. I mean, they're so gorgeous, but I am not in that tax bracket. I have no business spending close to $400 after tax on a pair of shoes. Now, if I found a pair on Poshmark for like $100, I would snatch them up. I would. It of course is, you know, like a novelty shoe. I really do think I would wear them a lot. Like, even though they are a little kitschy and to some people they might seem like something you don't wear that often. For me, I think I would actually wear them a ton, just because it does have that duality of my style, which is the clean cut classics and then a little bit of kitsch. So these are like right up my alley. They're so delicious. And I love the coloring too. I love that the white is like more of a cream. I love that the Mon chéri is written in navy blue, and then the cherries are obviously so cute, so delicious. With my gingham pants, with my little linen gingham pants, little red socks, little red sockies. To die for. I love these. All right, let's move on to ballet flats. This is gonna be a hefty section. Okay, first off, we have the Michaela stud flat, spelled the right way, Michael with an A. The reason that I wouldn't buy these right now is because I don't know if they are overly trendy to the point where in a year I would want to get rid of them. This is something that I've fallen victim to in the past, is because I find something overwhelmingly cute, like I do with these shoes. I mean, like I look at these shoes and I'm literally like, how could these ever go out of style? These are so cute. These are so perfect in every way. And you know, and then I buy them and then, you know, yeah, a year later I'm like, those are kind of ugly, or like those feel a little dated. Like those feel very of the time. And so that's why I wouldn't buy them now, but I really, oh my God, they're so gorgeous. First of all, I love the bright red. I do have a pair of red Mary Janes and I'm a little upset because I missed the return window and now I'm just kind of like stuck with them. This was like a while back, but last year. They are like a dark red and I like this red, bright cherry red, and that's what these Mary Janes are. I would like to replace those because I do love the idea of a red shoe, and I do feel like because I wear a lot of white in the summer, this red would be the perfect little pop, little punch to the outfit. So yeah, I love the red aspect. I love the Mary Jane aspect as well. I love the shape of the shoe. They're not overly rounded, but they're not overly square. They're kind of that nice in between, because I don't really enjoy the ballet flats that are so square, like boxy square. I like the tapered square. That's like my preferred style for a ballet flat right now. And the studs, I really love. I mix metals all the time. Like today I'm wearing silver and gold, but I do prefer silver, like a white gold kind of color. Oh my God, thank God I married a man who knows my taste. I saw a reel, I probably won't be able to find it, but it was this woman being like with her engagement ring, and it was like trying to convince myself that platinum is the better option because like it's stronger. And the caption was like, when you wear rose gold all the time or something. And I'm like, where are you guys finding these men? I mean, it's such an expensive piece of jewelry and you're not gonna know like what your future wife prefers. Number one, that you didn't recognize it to begin with, but then number two, you didn't even ask her. Because like for me, I like both. I wear both all the time, so it really would be kind of hard to decipher which one I like better. But guess what? He asked. Could you believe that? He asked and he got it right. Yeah, that reel was disturbing to me. It disrupted my peace when I saw it. Back to the shoes. I love the silver studs. They have these in black, and this made me mad. This also disrupted my peace because this was not metal mixing in a cohesive way. Look at this. This looks stupid. This looks silly, stupid. I don't like this. I think it's because this gold is not as shiny as it like it almost looks like a dull brass, and like the buckle is dull brass, and then these shiny studs, hated those. I hate the black. The white pair, cute. The white pair is, oh God, the white pair is so cute too. I would buy both of these. I'd buy the white pair, I'd buy the red pair, and this is why I'm on a low buy, because I have no chill, but oh God, I wish I had so much money to buy all the shoes I wanted, and I wish I had this huge closet to put all my shoes, and I would just sit in there and look at them, surrounded by my shoes, saying, you guys are all so cute. Wow, the white ones are so darling. The white one would be a good decision because I think the trendiness is in the studs. I feel like they will hold their timelessness a little bit with being that cream color. And then the red one is more trendy because of the bright red and the studs. So they're a little bit more, like, obviously a bigger statement, but they really are just so fun. I love them both. Let's move on to the next pair, which is also Sam Edelman, and it's also the Michaela Mary Jane flat. These are so cute. I'm sorry, I don't know any other adjectives besides cute. I wish these were around when I got married because like I said, I'm not a heel person, so I knew I wanted to wear flats. I would spend hours scouring the internet for cute ballet flats, and I ended up wearing just these like really kind of ugly, like just leather ballet flats that were they were just ugly, honestly. It was just a white ballet flat, like no bow. Like this was before ballet flats were trending, so it was so hard to find a cute ballet flat. Oh my God, like I deserve to be a 2024 bride because the way my shoes would have been so much cuter. These, I think, are the absolute best bridal shoe for a bride that doesn't want to wear heels. The nude is so gorgeous, especially if you have a long dress. It's like, I know that the argument is like, why buy, you know, a nice pair of shoes, then you're not even gonna see them, but there's something about being a bride and just like feeling like every part of you has been like perfectly curated. It just, I don't know, it's just special. It's special. Like when else are you going to have that experience? There definitely is like a ton of overconsumption in bride culture, like don't even get me started, but I think you're gonna wear like some ratty tennis shoes you've had for years. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. So I think this is literally perfect, you guys. I literally think this is the cutest shoe ever, guys. And I think this would be a really sweet shoe to keep for your anniversary, right? How cute would that be? Like to only wear them on your anniversary dates. Like I think that would be so darling. Yeah, I think these are just so pretty princess, really, really gorgeous. I mean, I think that there is some utility for day-to-day life, but I really, when I see these, I'm like, oh, that's a bridal shoe. Like that, I'm jealous because this is literally exactly what I wanted, and I could not find it. It like did not exist at the time. So am I jealous? Am I bitter? Yeah, I am. Am I happy for you? Yeah, I am. I talked about the mesh flat, I want to say like over a year ago, maybe like fall 2023 when they kind of started trending, and I don't think I really loved them for fall, but this summer I am so all about it. I don't remember what I said in that video. I could have been like, those are ugly and I'll never. I think I was like 50-50, right? In my memory, I was like, I think they'll grow on me. And oh, did they? I mean, that last pair, obviously, you can see my passion. I'm like so passionate about it. There's like two types of mesh flat that's trending right now. And it's this mesh, which is like, you know, a true like plasticky mesh. And then the other one is more like a fisher net, right? Like those grocery store, like those reusable grocery store bags with the netting. So it's either a mesh or a netting. I think the netting is actually really pretty, but I'm tending to find that I enjoy the mesh ones a lot more. And these are just from Target and they look very unassuming. The reason why I like these is because of their price point, right? Like I don't think a mesh flat should be more than what these are. These are $25, right? I mean, the other ones, they had the gems and, you know, a little bit more to them, but just a simple mesh flat, I've seen them being like sold for like $200. I'm like, that's actually bonkers. Like that's bananas. Like if we go back to the Birkenstock, that was $250. Like we've got real leather, we've got hardware on it, we've got, you know, a footbed that can be replaced, we've got like so many elements to it. Also like the history of the Birkenstock brand. Whereas something like this, I'm like, you know, it's just, you know, it's like $200 on a mesh flat, you're out of your mind. One of my favorite accounts to follow on Instagram, it's Vintage Splendor. Her name is Annette, and I think she just posted it to her story, so I don't think I'll be able to find it, but she posted about these and they were so cute. They looked great with like a little manicure. It was just like a fun way to elevate a sandal. These would also be great for a bride. These would also be great for a wedding guest. I really like them. And I actually think I like the white more than I like the black. I think I like the black in the more like netting kind of style, and then the white I really like in this mesh. I think it's kind of like an unexpected shoe. Again, I just think it like pushes your outfit into that next territory of there's like something cool happening here, there's something unique, there's a reason to stare longer, there's like something jumping out, and I think that's really cool. I also would be interested to see like how I would like these for in the city because they don't have a ton of structure, so it's definitely not something that I could wear, you know, like the whole day and be really comfortable in. But because of the mesh, I wonder if it would keep a lot of like rocks in that damn glass like out of my shoe. So yeah, something to think about. You still have that airflow like a sandal, but it's just a little bit more enclosed. I've been really liking these. I hope they stick around for a while because I do think they're really interesting. And I think that these are going to be kind of like a sign of the times. So when I talk about trends, there's definitely, you know, a conversation to be had around micro trends and how fast the trend cycle is. But I also, at the same time, I love trends because that's how a time period gets marked in fashion history, right? Like you look at the 60s and like that is so distinct to the 60s or the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. They all have extremely distinct fashion trends that happened. And so statement pieces like this, you know, like an 80s shoulder pad, we see a shoulder pad on a blazer and we're like, oh, that was the 80s. I think hopefully if these sheer ballet flats stick around, we'll see them in the future and be like, oh my god, like that was the 2020s, right? Like remember when we all wore those little tiny mesh ballet flats? Oh my god, wow, like we were so crazy. So I like things like this. I like trends. I just wish they held on for a little longer. I wish that trends held their worth, held their stamp in time for 5 to 10 years instead of literally like 5 to 10 months. So that is where my qualm with trends are. I don't think that trends necessarily disrupt your personal style, just like within the context of the time period that you're in. This pair of flats is by, I hope I say this right, Schutz. That's how I would say it. So I did buy a pair of shoes. I mentioned that briefly in my last video. I am gonna make a video styling them, but I don't wanna like reveal it yet. Oh, secretive. This pair was like neck and neck in a battle with the pair that I did buy because I wanted something like this. I wanted a ballet flat like this that was gonna be comfortable, that I could wear to like dinner with my friends, brunch with the girls, maybe going to a flea market for like an hour. I just needed something that was casual, that was gonna be comfortable. And these looked like they were gonna be comfortable, but then I thought that maybe these would take a long time to break in. So that's why I didn't end up buying these, but I was really stuck on these for a while because I really love this like weaving of the leather. I think it has a very like Cezanne-esque look to it. Again, the color of the leather is great. The quality seems to be there. I really liked the bow as well. I probably would still buy these and wear these. It really depends on how like rigid that leather is, because you know it, and I have no problem with breaking in shoes as long as I know that there will be a point where they're broken in. And I cannot tell from these pictures if this is a really stiff leather, a really rigid leather, or if it's a more supple leather that is going to be able to be worn in. And the shoes that I ended up buying, they are that more like soft leather, so they are going to be broken in like 2 or 3 wears. And I also feel like this color of leather would do really well for all seasons. I could see this being a really great shoe for those warmer fall days as well. Has a little bit more, you know, versatility, and also obviously something that is a lot more timeless than say like the red stud flats. So a little honorable mention for that guy. Okay, and then my last pair of shoes is an espadrille. I love an espadrille so much. So last year I was obsessed with espadrilles and I bought a pair of clearance espadrilles. I've also talked about this with my low by year updates. It's like I just, instead of buying what I actually wanted, I was always looking for an alternative that was on sale. And so I have this pair of espadrille heels that are so comfortable. They're actually from J. Crew. J. Crew has honestly like some of the best quality shoes. If you're looking for ballet flats, if you're looking for espadrilles, I was insanely impressed by the quality of this espadrille. And I got the medium heel. I could wear these for hours. Like, these are so comfortable. The problem is that they're red because the espadrille wedge is like a cream tan, and then the you know, actual canvas of it is red. When I wear these with jeans, it looks too Americana. It looks red, white, and blue. Like, I look like the 4th of July. And so I've literally worn them one time. I was wearing like a cream linen dress, but since then I've tried so many times to style them, and it's not the shape, it's not the comfort, it's only the color that's holding me back. And so I would love to get a pair of espadrilles that is, you know, a color that's a bit more versatile. And these are by Castanier. I don't think I'm saying that right. These are like the espadrilles, right? Like, when you start looking up espadrilles to buy, it's like these are the ones that everybody raves about. These are the Gia canvas espadrilles, and I think these are so gorge because they have even a smaller heel than the ones that I bought. I mean, these are basically like no heel at all. Maybe like, and again, like those Cezanne ones, like an inch of a heel, which is perfect in my opinion. But the cream is so stunning, and even this model on the site, these are from Net-a-Porter. It looks great with denim. I actually love this model picture because I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like that looks fantastic with denim, which is kind of what I'm looking for. And I also, because I'm just like so shocked at how comfortable espadrilles are. I've been looking for a summer sneaker. Let me know what sneakers you guys have been wearing in the summer, because I don't want a Samba. Like, I just don't. I feel they've been overplayed, and I feel like within the next couple of months they're gonna give me the ick. I actually really like them on other people, and I still think they're cute, but I just know that if I buy them, they're not my style. Like, I just know that I'm not gonna vibe well with them, but I still want a sneaker that's like that. And every single sneaker I look up, again, this is something that I've spent like hours searching for. I cannot find it. I look on Pinterest, I look at YouTube videos, like best summer sneaker. None of them do it for me. Like, none of them seem like something that I would incorporate in my wardrobe. And so now I'm turning to these espadrilles because, yeah, they're not sneakers, but they are so comfortable that I think they would fill that gap in my wardrobe. And not a dad sneaker. I want something that is, you know, like Samba-esque, like a thinner sneaker, because I do have a pair of like dad chunky sneakers, the Nike V2Ks, which I love. I've like basically worn the tread off of those, and I might just replace those because I've had them for about a year, and I wore them to work like every day. So they were great, but they're a little bit chunky, and so sometimes I want like a slim sneaker, you know, like I just don't want all that bulk. And yeah, I cannot find it for the life of me. So I think these espadrilles would be like a great trade-off because they're just as cute, they'll be just as comfortable, and when I wear a slim sneaker, it's not, you know, for walking a ton, it's not for getting in a ton of steps, it's just for like casual days. So I think this espadrille would be perfect. I love the color. I love literally everything about it, and they have kind of come back in popularity recently, but I also feel like they've never looked outdated, you know, like there are certain things where you're like, okay, maybe it's not trending right now, but it doesn't look outdated, if that makes sense. Like there are definitely some things, you know, age poorly or whatever, but I don't think the espadrille is one of them. I think it's always been a very classic piece in a woman's wardrobe. And that actually reminds me of these Mary Janes. We'll talk about one more shoe. I think it's called Flabellus. I believe they are a Spanish brand. A lot of espadrilles are made in Spain, so that would make sense. But they are these super, super duper cute, like velvet Mary Janes. These would also be a contender to kind of replace that slim sneaker. But these, again, are something that I can't tell if within the year I would be sick of, whereas the Gia espadrille, that cream canvas, I don't think I would ever get sick of. I would wear those for years. These are so, so, so cute, but I just cannot tell if the bright color, the Mary Jane, the velour velvety material would get old to me fast. Because that's kind of the experience that I've had with my Adidas Gazelles. They just feel so overdone to me now. And I still keep them, I still, you know, wear them weekly, but it's the platform plus the bright color plus their Gazelles, but the Samba look, it's like too many trendy elements in one shoe. The platform, I'm sick of the platform. It's uncomfy. Again, I don't like a lug. I don't like that chunkiness on the bottom of a shoe. The bright color, I like the bright color. I actually really love the pink, but it's just feeling a bit too trendy. And then also, yeah, the Samba like silhouette, it's like, oh, like it just feels a little overdone. It's like too many trendy elements in one shoe. It's just kind of giving me the ick now. And same, I've had those for about a year. So I don't want to, you know, get a pair of these espadrille Mary Jane shoes and then, you know, buy them in, I don't know, like a bright cobalt blue, and then in a year be like, I never wear these because they're bright cobalt blue. And that's not really something that I would wear a ton, especially because a lot of these are two-tone. So it'll be like this one, it's like turquoise with a purple trim, coral with a bright red trim. That's just not something that I think is going to be, that's just not something that I think I would wear a ton. And because of my limited space, it's not something that I would want to like shell out a slot in my shoe holder for something that I don't, you know, get a lot of use out of. Maybe in the future, you know, when I have more space, when I have more resources for funky shoes, but not right now. Ugh, so annoying. My battery dies literally every single time right before I'm about to make the outro. So then there's like a weird jump in the room. Those were all the shoes that I wanted to talk about today. I just love a good shoe. I love shoes so much, but you know, you can't buy all those shoes. That's crazy. So instead I just need to shout at you guys for 30 minutes about them. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. I definitely want to make like another kind of like summer wish list kind of video, but to be honest, like nothing has really struck me. Like there hasn't been anything that I've really wanted besides shoes. So that's what we did today. My Instagram is always linked down below if you want to hang out with me over there. Definitely be sure to like and subscribe. We are so close to 10K, you guys. Oh my God, like it's literally so exciting. I told my husband that I need to get a 10K cupcake when that happens. So, you know, follow me on the gram for that. We celebrate milestones in this household, no matter how small, no matter how big. Honestly, like any excuse to celebrate something, like my husband and I are there. Like, give us any excuse and we're like, should we go out for dinner and get a cupcake? Yes. So I'm looking forward to that milestone. It's on the horizon. So exciting. Otherwise, that's it for me. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.